Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I'm supposed to talk about pacing yourself along your journey. There is no time frame on how long it's supposed to take for you to learn something, for you to grow. There are people who think that, okay, once you start growing, you need to just be running all the time. What do I mean by that? Growth is acknowledging that you're moving somewhere and observing how you've grown. That's part of the growth. If you're running too fast, if you're trying to do too much, then you're slowing down your own progress. You're in a marathon. You're in a marathon. Your growth is a marathon. Your journey is a marathon. It's okay to sit and breathe for a second when you've realized that, okay, you've grown in a certain area. You've grown. It's okay to sit for a second, because you haven't stopped moving. You've just stopped running and just decided to walk for a moment. And that's okay. Because when you start to, along this journey, as you're learning new things, as you're growing within yourself, as you are becoming more aware of yourself and of the universe, you can't rush through the speed of your progress just because you see somebody else moving at what you think is a faster speed. No two people are alike on their journey, because everybody has situations that have brought them to the point where they're at in their journey. So for example, if you've realized that you've reached a milestone, because every day there should be moments of self-reflection. When you've realized that, I don't really beat myself up anymore. That's pretty good. Take a moment and enjoy that. Enjoy the fact that you've reached a milestone, because big or small, as you ascend this ladder in your journey, every ladder comes to a platform. Every platform that you come to has gifts for you, has rewards for you. Every platform that you get to, because you're moving up. You're becoming the greater and the greatest and the most phenomenal version of yourself. So what happens is you get rewarded along the way through the spirit, through the universe. Things will happen in a way to just, and if you're paying attention, to let you know you're moving the right way. It's confirmations. That's what I call them. I call them confirmations. And sometimes they're so subtle. They're so subtle and so small that they get missed. But it's just as important as the biggest one. You have to make, along your your journey, recognize the imperceptible things that are happening and helping you move up, and not just the perceptible things, the things that you can see. We don't, our society, our world right now is still really go, go, go. Go, go, go. It's now the shift has changed in the atmosphere where the awareness and the awakening is happening. But there's still that go, go, go. See, what I need for you to do is just slow down just a tap whap. You don't have to have the gas pedal mashed all the way to the ground to know that the car is moving when you push the gas. It's okay to let your foot off the gas a little bit so you can coast. I like that. You're still driving down the road. You don't have to have the pedal to the damn metal to get to where you're going. It's okay to let your foot off the gas a little bit so you can see the scenery around you. Enjoy where you have gotten to. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate you. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your progress. And make sure that you celebrate the people that are motivating you and that are standing beside you through this entire journey that you're on. Know and understand that it's everyone's own self journey, everyone's own self-awareness, self-discovery, self. They do this on their own. No one else is supposed to go on this journey of you with you, but you in this physical, right? But you will have people in this physical, whether you know it or not. Whether you know people or not, you are going to have somebody in this physical who is rooting for you. You may not even know who they are. You don't need to know who they are. I'm going to just be real with you. You don't need to know who they are. But just know that that's an energy on your behalf. That is an energy on your behalf that somebody else is giving you. And baby, that's power. That's that little bit of wind that you need when you're on this journey and you roll the windows down in your car and you feel that cool breeze on that sunny day. There wasn't even supposed to be wind, but there's that cool breeze. You don't even know where it came from, but you're grateful for it. That. In your growth, your journey, if you don't take a moment to enjoy yourself, to recognize where you've come, to acknowledge that you are growing, if you don't slow down just a moment, you're going to miss lessons and understandings and blessings that happen on that level. Because every move that you make, there's something there. If you're moving so fast, you can't receive that. It's not saying it's not going to come eventually, but every level has something to be learned to help you in the next one. Like there are people that they've grown and they've stopped. They've stopped at a certain level. They have chosen not to read any more books, not to listen to any more knowledge, not to pick anyone else's brain, not to even hear anything besides or that challenges anything that they know. Because learning, growth, lessons, and messages, these all happen in many ways, but one of the ways that these things happen is by the turbulence and resistance. Now, at every level, and this has just been from my experience, because the only thing that I can give you is from my experience, what Spirit has put on me. What I've experienced, what I've seen, is that if there's not some kind of turbulence at some point, if there isn't some kind of something that tests where you are, how you've grown, then you haven't grown. And people react to this differently. There are people who will be smiling all the time, and whenever you talk to them, everything is peachy keen, like everything is good. You know, in your eyes, they don't have anything to deal with. They don't, they never have any problems. Everything is straight and copacetic for them. See, it's all about what you're seeing. What you see and what actually is in someone's life are two totally different things. Even when you live with somebody, you don't know the inner battles, inner turmoils, inner thoughts that they are dealing with in their journey. That's part of their growth. Every time that you move, that you do something, part of your thinking, part of how you see things get challenged to see how you are looking at it at a certain level. So if you're mashing the gas just to, you just want to go through all, you want to reach the highest heights of knowing and inner self, there's levels to this. There's levels to this. You have to, when you get to the carnival, you have to walk around. You have to see what's going on, right? When you can take the time to enjoy, because that's part of the spiritual currency, right? When you can take the time to enjoy where you are, that's showing the universe that you are grateful. There we go. You are grateful for what you have learned, are learning, where you are going, and that you know more at that moment than you knew the moment before. You have to pace yourself along this journey. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to overwhelm yourself with plethora of information, because also understand the information that you give, not that you give, but the information that you get And there's information coming from everywhere. Ask yourself, does this information apply to me anywhere? Where's the message in this information? Is this information valid? Some people literally take every single word that they hear every single person say along their journey as facts. Well, how is that word applied to you? Does it apply to you? Does it apply to you at the level that you're at? What does it mean? Does it mean anything significant? Or is this something that you have to learn later on in your journey as you're going down the road? Is it even valid information for you? Does it apply to you in your journey? Because believe it or not, there are people who don't want you to succeed in your journey. That's why it's self-discovery, self-awareness, self-esteem, self-accountability. When you do this within yourself, what you were doing is making it stronger so nobody else and nobody else's bullshit, honestly, can just pour into you. You start having that discernment. Your intuition starts getting more in tune, more in frequency with the universe. When you hear a break in this, it's because whenever I'm moved to record something, it doesn't matter what time it is. Just now, I had gotten a call from my boo, telling me he made it safe to where he was at. But, just so you know, if there's a weird break in everything. But what I was saying is enjoy where Spirit has put you in your journey. And as you grow and your intuition kicks in, you'll know what information is yours for that moment. You'll know what information needs to be put to the side. You'll know what information needs to be thrown away. That's what happens whenever you can at least enjoy the platform that you're at, the Spirit is taking you to. When you ascend in your journey, don't have your blinders on. Because when you have your blinders on, you're not opening yourself up to what's fully available to you. What do I mean having your blinders on? There's a difference between spirituality and religion. In my personal opinion, I believe just being religious has blinders on you. Because you've cut yourself off to the aspects of the spiritual side, but yet you want to use the spiritual side to get the results that you're asking for in your religion, when all forms of your religion all comes from one spiritual side. That's, do your own research. Do your own research. I'm not going there now, but just know I just said something very powerful and something very factual. when you got to take your blinders off and know that what the universe wants you to understand, it needs to be able to show you in full view. Full view. It's like going to the movies, and then you get there, no matter where you sit, you're literally only seeing like a sliver of the screen because you've got blinders on. You can't see the whole movie with these blinders on. It's the same idea. You've got the pedal to the metal, you're mashing down the road, and you've got blinders on. You are not going to be able to see, to enjoy, to learn from what's around you. Because you'd be surprised at just what observing what is around you at the level that you're at can teach you. And that's another thing. Since I said that, let me touch on something right quick. The people who you learn from, the people who gives you messages, they come in many shapes and forms. Many shapes and forms, and be mindful of the attitude you give people and the people you talk to, and be mindful of the people who sometimes want to talk to you. Just because someone is homeless doesn't mean that they're trash, doesn't mean that they're incompetent. Because that homeless person that's coming to say hey to you, dirty, and you can smell them on the way. When you smile and say hey back, you'd be surprised. Oh, I feel it. You'd be surprised of what that does in the universe. See what that does is, let me relate this to the car and pedal to the metal. You've got the pedal to the metal, right? Seeing this homeless person not with your head down, trying to ignore that they're even there, because homeless people get ignored so much. Do you know that they are people too? Surprise! Homeless people are people too. When you smile at this homeless person, see what it does is it sets something off in the universe. Your actions produce a reaction. Doesn't matter what your damn action is. It produces a reaction somewhere, immediate or set in the ethers for it to come by later. Some may know it as karma. Karma's big and small. So this homeless person that you smiled at, that you can smell a mile away, doesn't matter. Just saying, hey, how you doing today? Grand Rising, darling. This is me. I'm a Grand Rising. Grand afternoon, grand morning, grand evening. I stopped saying good morning. Say that a few times to yourself, and good morning. Good morning. Morning. I'll let you think about that. Use it however way you see it. It's all about the intentions of your words, I understand. But sometimes it's all about the meaning of the word and how it's resonated in the frequencies of the universe when it comes out of your mouth. Just like if you tell yourself, well, I'm a dumbass, and you're playing around. The universe didn't hear the fact that you were playing around. The universe just heard that you're a dumbass. Same to me. That's the same idea. It's the same thing. But this homeless person, when you're smiling, and then all of a sudden they take a moment and start talking to you, how many of you have actually talked to a homeless person. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, I live in Las Vegas, bruh. Don't get me wrong. Some homeless people, they're where they are on the streets. They're, some drugs might have taken them. Their mental might be a little off. Their words and their language might be a little off. Every person, every single person has a moment of clarity. Every single person, every quote unquote crazy person, every person has a moment of clarity. Just because nobody else sees it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen for them. So this homeless person that you meet and they start talking to you, do you know that homeless person might give you a message? Because ethereal beings are walking all around you. They're walking with you. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean that they're not there. And the message that you need to receive, it's going to get to you, whether it needs to come through somewhere where you didn't expect. When you do something out of your norm in a kind gesture, that's a different energy. That's a different karma you're setting in the universe. Those are special, different deposits in your spiritual bank. I need for you to understand this. The messages that you get, the things that you learn at the levels along your journey, you're supposed to learn. You're not supposed to go by so fast and everything. Because if you go so fast by everything, just like in a car, you're going to miss something. You're going to miss something. You're going to miss something vital. You got the pedal to the metal. You're going by so fast. You missed the gas station. You're good on gas. That gas station also has air. But you're going by so fast you didn't see that. You're going down the road so far, now something happened and you blew a tire. Now you don't know how you're going to put air in this tire. Because you've gone so fast. And you didn't observe what was around you at the levels you were at. You didn't take your foot off the gas and cruise so you can see that air, the free air at the gas station. You just thought it was a gas station. Sure. It's okay to stop for a moment in your growth and breathe, because you haven't stopped in your growth. Only thing you've done is taken a second to breathe in that good ass air and that new ass level that you're at. Because I promise you the air is different. I promise you the air is different. And when you go again, do it a third time. And you look around at the level that you're at, you notice the sun sets a little bit differently. It's so beautiful here. It wasn't this beautiful on the last level. Man, there's a lot more trees here. This is nice. Man, a lot more doors have opened up for me. I never knew these resources were available. Man, I wasn't expecting any money. Where did this money come from? Be observant. You don't always have to mash the gas just to know that the car is running, baby. And something else is key. When you're along the road and you've gone so fast, you didn't notice the air pump, the free air at the gas station, and now you're out of air. Your car doesn't move. Does that mean you have to stop too? You walk until you can't, because you have to understand, you had to walk to start your journey. You had to walk. The car is a convenience that was given to you because somewhere along the lines you recognized and you were grateful and gave thanks and you breathed in the level and enjoyed the messages. That's how you got the car. But just because it's got a flat tire doesn't mean you need to stop moving. Sometimes you got to go back. You've gone so fast, you got to go back to get something, to get a jewel, to get a message. Sometimes you have to go back to pick up something because you were moving so fast that you bypassed it along the way. That is fine. But it's all about how you're going back to get it. That's what matters. Are you negatively going back to get it? Or are you saying, I've missed something here. Let me research more of my knowledge. Let me ask Spirit, what have I missed here? Because I feel like I've missed something. What are you trying to tell me? What you've done is you still kept things moving, even in a forward motion, even though you've gone back to pick up a jewel, to go and get that air, because it's something that you need to help move you along your journey. Is it a necessity? Maybe not. But would it help and make things a little bit easier in your understanding? Yes. You don't need the car to get moving on your journey, to keep ascending on your journey, to get you to your destination. I can get to California from here. I can get there walking, but it would be a whole hell of a lot faster if I had a car. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to get there. It's just the rate of speed at which I'm moving at. But I'm moving. See what I'm saying? So if you get a flat, and you'll know if you've missed something. It'll literally feel like I've missed something. Don't be so absorbed in don't be so absorbed in thinking that you have arrived that you've missed everything else along the way. It's never about the end. It's never about the end. It's about what you're doing along the way. Because if you're only focused on the end is going to come sooner than you think. In many ways, shapes, forms, or fashions. Focus on the journey and moving, because everything that you want, as you're moving up and you're ascending and you're enjoying these levels, everything that you want is there. But as you ascend, you grow in your mind and your consciousness and your understanding, your awareness. And when you start realizing that there's more, there's levels, there's more, that's when you realize that we have so much to remember, that the journey never ends. You have plateaus where you can enjoy the journey along the way. Enjoy the people that celebrate you. And if you feel like you don't have anybody to celebrate you, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. Because even that celebration sets a frequency off in the universe, that you know that you do not require somebody else to believe in you for you to believe in yourself. People can motivate you. People can inspire you. What you do with that motivation, what you do with that inspiration is what helps define your journey. But do understand, do something. Oh, God, do something. Do something. So as you walk back to the gas station to get air, hopefully you remembered to bring your tire. Because even that journey going back to get the air has lessons in it. Because as you're walking back, you've learned you done passed a little creek where you could have sat down and enjoyed yourself. You've passed a whole field. You just saw grass, you were going so fast, but now that you're looking, there's wildlife here. As you're walking back to the gas station with your tire that you need to fill with air, you start to notice how beautiful everything is. And as you're at the gas station filling it up with air, you realize that there's nothing wrong with enjoying what's around you. Because you've gotten here, why not enjoy some of it, right? Celebrate yourself. Walk in the grass a little bit. Go sit by that creek. After you put air in that tire, set that sumbitch down in the grass, sit on the tire and watch the sunset. You missed all this beauty because you were in such a hurry. You missed the insects singing their beautiful song in the grass. You've missed, the harmony of the wind to the trees. You've missed the sound of the water over the rocks in that creek, moving steady but strong. Moving steady but strong, that current. You missed all that before. You missed that beauty. You didn't enjoy it. sometimes you have to enjoy. And there will be times where Spirit will make it so I need for you to enjoy what's here right now and learn these lessons here, so when I take you to the next level, it's not going to be squandered. You're going to know what's going on there. You're going to know who to talk to. You're going to know what to say to people. You're going to listen to so much on what's inside of you that what comes out of you isn't even of this world. Pace yourself. This is a beautiful, beautiful journey. You're going to have rocks, dips, road bumps. The road may even be covered sometimes. But like I said before, the road is yours and yours alone. Yours and yours alone. Pace yourself. I appreciate you listening.